So people want to know what happened with my teeth. Okay. Things I do for videos. I'm happy to report my tooth is doing well. I did go, but still in my mouth. I did go over 48 hours on soup while on the ship, which won't hurt the waistline at all. I'll say that much. After eating nothing but hotel food for a week before getting on the cruise. So, but it's doing well. At one point I could not even touch this side of my face at all. And then when my friend Christy went to the first port, she asked if I needed anything when she was in town, and I said, she said she was going to a pharmacy, so I said, yeah, pick me up some Orajel of some sort, and pick me up salt if you can find some. And she found salt. So in case you don't know, if you have a toothache and everything, if you put salt and not cold water, warm water, lukewarm water, not hot water, and then stir it in, and then you gargle with the salt water, it acts like a real heavy duty antiseptic, and it sterilizes, just like putting 1 part peroxide, 4 parts water, and then doing the same thing. It sterilizes and cleans out all the infection and everything like that. And I started swilling that a couple times a day in my mouth, and then the tooth, I stopped needing Orajel, and I now don't need the salt. But every morning now I'm still rinsing my mouth with salt just to clear it out some more. But I am doing well. I can do this. And I had solid food last night. I had the chef's table. So yeah, things are much, much better. Much less painful today. It was excruciatingly sore. I was willing to go and pay a dentist. I was willing to go to the infirmary downstairs. I knew it would cost. I have insurance, but that's the thing. Insurance for dental work is different than insurance for medical coverage. If you break your leg, if you have a heart attack, something like that, you're in an accident, most of that is covered. That's not a problem. I have evacuation insurance. That's not a problem. But dental work, they tend to be a lot more fussy on. They tend to be, did you have this toothache before you left? Did you have any teeth problems before? Well, show us reports from your dentist saying that your teeth were okay before you got there. Unless you hit your face and you cracked your tooth or something, a toothache is a different story, and a lot of insurance won't cover it. So, or they cover very minimal of it. So it would have basically mostly come out of my own pocket. So I'm happy I didn't have to do it yet. I'm still willing to go do that if it flares up again, but it's doing really well right now. I've gone all day. I've had ice cream, gelato, out there in port today in Portugal as I walked around and viewed the port. It was really the first day I was able to get off comfortably and walk around without feeling like I should not leave my room. I should not be out here and take a chance on jamming my mouth with something or hurting my mouth or something. So I felt really good walking around today. But I had all kinds of people messaging me and, here, have you tried this? Have you tried that? Many people gave me the salt, and yeah, I knew that one. So I have done that. I just wanted to thank everybody who messaged me and was saying, hey, try this, try that, and get it looked at. I will get it looked at. I'm going to get it looked at back in Canada when I get arrived. I've already made an appointment with the dentist for when I arrive back in Canada ahead of time. So hopefully I can get it all done before I have to fly off to Singapore. Thing is, for my Singapore trip, I don't even know my plans yet. I don't have my airline tickets yet. I don't know the hotels we're staying at yet. I don't know the itinerary yet. I don't know my guide's name yet. All that apparently comes in within the last 2 weeks of our trip, which means I still have about 5 days before I can start saying, hey, where's my information? What's happening? And I'm extremely nervous about this trip because I'm that guy who does not like to be not in control. I've been doing this so long that I know the ins and outs of everything I need to normally do. I research everything way ahead of time. If I'm going to Disney, I'm researching where I'm staying. I'm researching the rooms I'm going into. I'm researching a lot of things. I'm researching what rides are shutting down. If I'm going on a cruise and I'm going to different ports, I'm researching the ports. What are there to do in those ports if I haven't been there before? I'm going to Africa. What do I need to go to Africa? What do I need for this? What do I need for that? And so having somebody else in charge, even booking my seats, drives me nuts. I'll admit that. Drives me nuts, drives me crazy, and it's really taking me out of my comfort zone. So we'll see how that trip goes in the very near future. But wow, I definitely will have to have my teeth looked at before I head off to Malaysia because I don't want anything to happen when I'm down there, that's for sure. Can you imagine being on a 18-hour, 15-hour, 18-hour flight in economy in the 3x4x3 and you're in the 4 in the middle and you're in the middle seat in the middle 4 and you're on there for 15 hours and you have a toothache? Oh my God, what an excruciating trip that would be. So yeah, don't worry, I will get all that looked after before I get there. Meanwhile, I'm enjoying the ship. I'm going to bring out my hits and misses of the Sun Princess now that I'm starting to experience a lot of things. Again, though, there are some issues on the ship that I can't give a full review of because they're moving a lot of the things around. Park 19 is being destroyed up above. We don't know what they're putting in its place yet. It's probably going to be a sports court of some kind, maybe pickleball. They're moving the Signature Restaurant. They're moving the Crown Grill. They're moving Butcher Block. They're moving Chef by Rudy's. Like they're switching a lot of the stuff around and making it into different locations. So I can't really give an opinion on how those places are if I don't get a chance to eat there. Hopefully by the time we get to Fort Lauderdale and I hit the next cruise, which is the Media Cruise, which is 3 days, that all that has been changed and set up. I know a lot of people are going, well, I had Rudy's booked, and then they moved me to the Crown Grill. And now I'm seeing the Crown Grill is being closed after a certain date because they're getting ready to move it, etc. So people's dining is being interfered with on this cruise. I haven't heard a lot of complaining about it, but it is very limiting. I haven't seen an opening yet for Tapanaki at all. I can get Hot Pot, I can get Chef by Rudy, and I can get Sabatini's. Lots of time, but I cannot get Crown Grill, Rudy's, Butcher Block, etc. right now on any night. So yeah, it is a little frustrating that they're making all these changes while we're on board, and I don't think we've been offered any compensation whatsoever for the fact that we can't book these dining reservations during this trip. I think maybe Princess might want to look at that. Might want to say, hey guys, here's $100 onboard credit just to make up for that experience. Sorry, this is happening while you're on your transatlantic 16-day journey. Because it's not an inexpensive cruise. And we didn't know that they were going to be changing I knew. But most guests did not know that they would be changing all of these restaurants while we're on the sailing. So yeah, maybe that would be a goodwill gesture that Princess could do. But for everybody out there, thanks again for all the suggestions on the tooth. It's doing well. You can see I'm talking. I'm able to smile today, and I can touch my tooth without it flaring up. So things are looking more positive for the rest of the cruise. And yeah, looking forward to having a full meal again, not just soup.